What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my beautiful co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. What's up, boys?
What up?
I'm wearing green. It's St. Patrick's
You're wearing
Day.
green. I completely forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. I got lucky that I threw a green shirt on today.
I guess
Is
I
it
am
green?
too.
I'll allow it.
It's green. My camera makes it look a little not green, but it is 100% green. Guys, joining us today is a very special guest to play some Fantasy Football Jeopardy. We've got Britt Flynn with us. For those of you that do not know Britt, you can find her on Twitter at Britt_Flynn. It is right there below her face on the screen. So make sure you guys go follow her over there. She is a NFL fantasy writer over at Fantasy Alarm and Fighting Chance Fantasy Sports, and a podcast co-host over at Lightning Round Fantasy. Britt, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank y'all for having me. This is nice to change it up. It's going to be fun. Doing the little game show thing. I think I was an old lady growing up, and Jeopardy was always my favorite, so I'm excited.
Me.
Oh, no.
I grew up in a Jeopardy household
favorite.
where my parents still watch Jeopardy every single night. So it is like a integral part of my childhood. I'm right there with you, Britt. We got some people in the chat ready for today's show. Scott said, this is an awesome thumbnail. I have no idea why, but it speaks to me. I wonder if it's the Scott Fish shirt that JL is wearing in the thumbnail.
my very sexy facial expression that I'm making.
Sexy facial expression. And Craig actually comments on that. He says, JL, I don't know what ailment you have going on in that thumbnail for today's show, but I hope it has passed and you may need a bit more fibrous diet.
Craig. Thank you for looking out.
You're right.
Good looks. Good looks.
Yeah, you look contemplative or constipated, one of the two, and I'm not sure which one it is. Sean in here. What's up? Welcome in, Sean. Glad to have you here.
Sean?
And Bam says, look like Zadarius won't be a Raven after all.
Wait, what?
Josh, you look that up while we go through the rest of these. Scott, welcome in. Happy Thursday and happy St. Patrick's Day. And Joey said, happy March Madness. Yeah, the tournament is underway. I hope you guys got your brackets in because it's too late to join our bracket pool now. Scott said the shirt is not green. Guys, it's the camera. Trust me, in real life, the shirt is very green. My pink hat looks orange. My green shirt looks not green. I'll fight every single one of you on this one. Scott said double T at the end of our first name game. You already got a cheering section, Britt. And he's drawing the connection however he can right there. Who else goes in that category?
Double
Scott,
T at the end
Britt.
of our name.
Can you think of any other double T at the end of the names?
Everett.
There you go. Elliot could have double T.
Some Elliots, yes.
Yeah. There we go. You guys have a whole squad over there of solid names. Guys, before we get started with today's show.
And real fast, I just want to say, I'm not seeing anything on Zadarius Smith. I see Bam just came in and said apparently Zadarius changed his mind before putting ink on paper. I'm not seeing any word about that. I just want to know where you got your sources from, Bam. I believe you, kind of. I hope you're wrong.
And Joey, Brett, we got Jay. Those are all really good ones, guys. And Scott said Brett as well. Guys, today we are playing Fantasy Jeopardy. But before we do that, a couple reminders. Number one, I said it already, but I'm going to say it again. Make sure you guys are following our guest, Britt, over on Twitter. You can find her at Britt_Flynn. After you do that, if you're watching this show, that means you are already on our YouTube or Twitch channels. If you are on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel at Front Yard Fantasy. It's the easiest way to show your support for what we're doing here every day and to make sure you never miss another one of our live streams. Now, guys, are you ready for some Fantasy Jeopardy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just convinced that Scott Fish and Bam are just messing with me, but Pure and Rappaport, it's out there. It's a tweet, you know? But there was something from the Ravens website 20 minutes ago that was breaking down the trade. That doesn't mean anything, right? But I hope that's not correct. I don't know where he's going to go. It did seem like a cheap deal for us, but he didn't play it all night last year, so it is what it is.
Yeah, last I see on NBC Sports Edge is that he signed. Or that he's... Yeah, that he signed.
Yeah.
NBA welcoming Britt into this call and saying hello to everybody else in the stream. And they have a question for you to kick it off, Britt. Do you have any free agent signings in your mind that stand out? Doesn't have to be three, but any that stand out to you.
I think that the Chandler Jones to the Raiders is just crazy. Like that entire AFC West is just going to be a dogfight. And I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to just seeing everybody beat the hell out of each other in that division.
Me too. I'm excited for the AFC West and the the AFC North. I think those two divisions are going to be really fun to watch next year with some of the signings that we've seen. Josh, do you have any free agent signings that stand out to you that we haven't talked about
I
much?
thought the Zadarius Smith signing was fantastic for a second. I really did. I thought it was a fantastic signing for the Ravens. I don't know. The Raiders made a few good moves yesterday. I like what the Raiders are doing. Chandler Jones, I agree. I think that's one of the top ones. I really like J.C. Jackson, like I said. Von Miller, I feel like was just overpaid, but I see a lot of people love that signing or that trade or that signing. But 6 years, however many, way too much money in my opinion.
Yeah,
and it's all backloaded too.
Yeah. It feels like they're a young up and coming franchise. Josh Allen, they got all the tools they need. Why are they putting so much money in this aging defender that I know he played pretty good last year, but I don't think he deserved that much money, but it seems like some people disagree. I don't know.
Yeah. Guys, today we are playing Fantasy Jeopardy. I'm going to explain the rules of this game before we get started. This is just like the TV show Jeopardy, but with a couple twists. Number one, most of these questions are going to be NFL or fantasy related. I say most because, as you can see, there's two categories up there that may not be. Grab bag could be anything, and March Madness, you know what time of year it is. It's all about that March Madness tournament in that category. But the other changes we've made, we are not going to be buzzing in to answer questions. You guys are going to go in a turn order, and that order today is going to be Britt, JL, Josh. So Britt, you're going to go first. JL, you're going to go second. Josh, you're going to go third. Then it goes right back up to the top of the order. Whenever it's your turn, you'll get to pick a question. So Britt, you'll go up first. You'll pick your question. If you answer it correctly, you will have that money added to your bank, and you will get to pick the category for the next contestant. So you'll get to tell JL which category he has to pick a value from. We'll go like this, answering questions until the end of the game. Either we run out of questions or run out of time, at which point we will go into our final Jeopardy question. This is the one question we have where you actually can lose money. All the rest, it's just plus money. You're going to write down a wager for this question from 0 to the maximum amount you have earned throughout the game. I will show the question. If you get it right, we're going to add that money to your total. If you get it wrong, we're going to subtract it. And the contestant with the most money at the end of Final Jeopardy is our champion for the day. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah,
let's do it.
Oh, let's get in there.
Let's do
Definitely
it. Let's do a quick rundown of what these categories are before we get started. Horseshoes and hand grenades. We've had this one before, but basically I'm going to ask you for a specific stat. It could be James Conner touchdowns. It could be Cooper Kupp receiving yards. And I'll give you a range that you have to be within, because you almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and also this category. My journey tells my story. This is a new category. I'm going to give you their career by teams. So the teams that they played on and the years that they played on those teams. And you have to tell me the player whose career we are looking at.
Simon, can I ask a question real fast? Is it going to be like a offensive player, like a quarterback, running back?
These are all offensive fantasy players. Gotcha. No defensive players in that one. Okay. Player 1 plus player 2 equals player 3. It doesn't always, and in fact, none of them do here. But what this is I'm going to give you one player with a stat and then a combination of players with other stats, and you're going to tell me which one is higher, the individual player or the package. Grab bag, it can be anything, literally anything in that category. And then March Madness, we're going to be talking all about that March Madness tournament. So not just college basketball, but specifically the NCAA tournament.
I'm screwed.
You're screwed? Not feeling good
screwed.
about it? So Britt, we are coming to you first. And since you're up first, no one gets to tell you what category. You've got free reign of the board. Reminder, the 100s are going to be pretty easy. Those 500s are going to be pretty tough. Which question would you like to start with today to kick off Fantasy Jeopardy?
Let's just start with an easy one. Let's do 100 for horseshoes and hand grenades.
Horseshoes and hand grenades for 100. Within 3, how many receiving touchdowns did Cooper Kupp have in the 2021 regular season?
14.
14 is her answer. The correct answer is 16, so 14 is well within that range, Britt. Starting out strong, you're going to add $100 to your total to kick this game off.
I was thinking 18.
Well, you would have been in the category too. And Britt, you get to send JL to whichever category you want.
Yeah, we've got to knock out this March Madness. We've got to do March Madness for 100.
Britt, why? What did I do to you?
JL, which value would you like in the March Madness category?
I'll take 100.
100 in March Madness. Who won the 2021 NCAA basketball championship? Was it Virginia, Clemson, or Baylor?
I know it wasn't Clemson.
See, like that's not fair. You see, eliminate one.
Well, I'll go Baylor. You should know it's not Clemson either, Josh. That should be obvious. To you.
I wasn't sure, but I would never have picked Clemson here. But
Final answer, JL?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Baylor is correct. Baylor won the tournament last year. Nice job,
Is
JL. They had
Virginia good at
100 to your
basketball again?
total as well.
they were good last year, I think.
last year. Okay.
All right, so JL, you get to pick Josh's category now. You guys
March
are on
Madness
fire.
I
first
want to
for
do
Josh,
that.
please.
My journey tells my. Oh, you sure?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Give me the $200 one.
200 for Josh. Which team, supported by number one fan Sister Jean, reached the Final Four as an 11 seed in the tournament in 2018? Was it Loyola Chicago? Was it Georgetown? Or was it Syracuse?
I'm almost positive it's Loyola Chicago. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going with Loyola Chicago.
First name Sister, last name Jean.
And Josh, you are correct. It is Loyola Chicago, and she is a nun,
Sister
JL.
Jean.
She is no Sister Jean is her title. She is a
Gotcha.
nun, and she is the number one super fan, and she is 102 years old. I checked the other
Damn,
day. I was
son.
afraid
How
she had
old?
passed 102. She is now 102 years old. Sister Jean is killing it. But
You've
Josh,
seen some
That's a lot of
basketball
years.
games.
and so you guys were complaining about this March Madness category, and then you go and get the
Easy.
first two questions
Easy.
right.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get rid of it.
Josh, you get to pick Britt's category now.
Ooh, Britt. I'm gonna be nice to you. All right. I'm gonna be a nice guy. I want to see what my journey tells my story category looks like. So check that out.
Britt, you get to pick your point
report
value,
back.
though. Which question would you like
Yeah,
from that
report back.
category?
Let's just start with 100 again, since we're testing the waters on this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 2000 to 2019, the New England Patriots. 2020 to
You
present,
almost did
the
it.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Which
New
player
England.
is
New
this?
England.
Tom Brady.
Nah.
Tom Brady is absolutely correct. Britt, you got that one
That
right.
is surprising.
So now you guys know what that category looks like. The 100 was definitely easier in that one, but I figured we'd explain the category right there. Nice job, Britt. And people in the chat, I just wanted to shout out some of them getting some of these right.
Yeah.
Jay and J-Wall both got Loyola Chicago in there. Loyola, of course, said J-Wall. Albert as well. And Rick Butts, welcome in. Glad to have you here. I know it's been a minute, Rick. Always a pleasure having you in the chat.
Rick.
Absolutely.
And Scott said,
absolutely.
my grandma turned 104 this year, but she doesn't really like
What?
Loyola Chicago. I thought once you
Ah,
hit
she-
100, that became your favorite team.
That's
Isn't
a thing,
that
yeah.
Gotta be.
Isn't that a
Yeah.
thing?
You call her sister?
No, that
Sister grandma.
I really like that Scott said this earlier. Still waiting for you to do a category called colors that end in purple. I think we should do that and just like have it like completely something different. Just like make it the grab bag category or something.
Yeah.
we could do that.
Color
Great.
theory.
You got that question right. So you get to pick JL's next category. Where would you like to send him?
Let's go to grab bag.
Ooh,
Grab bag.
JL likes
All
grab
right.
bag,
I do
Brit.
like grab bag.
He
Thank you,
likes
Brit.
grab
You're
bag.
stoning
Really?
it first, and now
But
stone
he
nice.
doesn't necessarily love my grab bag. Sometimes
That's true.
JL gets
That's-
upset.
they
about
are,
Wait a second. What?
Simon is annoying. I'll go with 300.
300 for JL. How is the flavor of Pib Extra described on the can bottle, the can/bottle? Is it described as a zesty fruit soda, a spicy cherry soda, a fiery citrus soda, or a refreshing fruit soda?
I think I know what I would go with. But I have
do
no idea.
Too, but it feels like a trap. I'm not gonna lie. This feels like a trap, but I have to do it. I'll go spicy cherry soda.
I would have gone
Final
zesty.
answer?
Yeah.
But I'm
Dale,
not
you
sure.
got it exactly
Oh,
right. On the
spicy?
can, they describe it as a spicy cherry soda for
Doesn't
Pib
seem like a good
Extra.
move.
Nice job,
Yeah,
JL.
but also the other ones like feel like they would not describe a Pib Extra.
Fruit. Yeah, fruit.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
If I saw
yeah.
fruit soda, I would not think I'm getting like
Isn't
a.
Pib Extra just Dr. Pepper?
I think so. That's how I associate it.
They're correlated.
That's
I would
how
say
they
one's-
always offer it. Yeah, like if
Yeah.
you go to the East Coast and you're used to having Dr. Pepper, they always ask, "Is Mr. Pibb okay?" I found
Yeah,
that out.
yeah.
It's like the RC Cola of Dr. Pepper.
hey,
Yeah.
hey. Pib Extra is much better than RC Cola. Pib is, I would venture to say Pib's better than Dr. Pepper in my mind. I would prefer a Pib Extra.
Classic.
I might be
Simon
alone
take
there.
Yeah.
I
It's
see
like
everyone's
Mountain Dew and
face.
mellow yellow, you know?
Oh, Mellow Yellow is
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mountain Dew. Exactly.
JL, you know your Pib Extra, so you get to pick Josh's next category. What's it going to be?
All right.
Look, we've all been nice the last couple of
I know. I don't want to be. I don't want to keep
nice.
being the only one that continues to be mean. So I'll go
Just
with
do it.
let's send Josh to player 1 plus player 2 equals player 3.
Oh, okay. That's actually the last place I thought you were going to send me, honestly. Not because I think I'm good at this category, but no, I don't know. Give me the $400 one. Let's bust this bracket open.
Here we go. Which is higher, Carson Wentz passing yards or Ezekiel Elliott plus Najee Harris plus Antonio Gibson rushing yards? Josh.
Okay. Grabbing my handy dandy notebook. Let's see. So Carson Wentz, what do I think? What do I think his passing yards were? He played every game. He was just probably above 3,000, right? So 3,000. So Najee Harris 1,200, Ezekiel at 1,000, Antonio Gibson about 1,000. So they're all about 3,000 together. So is Carson Wentz in the high 3,000s? I think so. I'm gonna go Carson Wentz here.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Carson Wentz is absolutely the correct answer with 3,563 compared to those three combined at 3,239. And you got Najee Harris exactly right. And we're only 2 off on Ezekiel Elliott, but pretty good estimations for all 3 of those guys rushing yards down there. Nice job, Josh.
Yeah.
That's going to add 300 to your total or 400 to your total.
Yeah, 400. I'm not messing around today.
600, Joshua.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, and I get to pick Britt's category.
Yeah, you get to pick Britt's category now. Before you do that, though, Scott in here saying Pib better than Dr. Pepper, and we're supposed to take fantasy advice from this guy. Hey, I never said to take my fantasy advice. Take my soda advice.
No. It's Dr. Pepper all day. It's Dr. Pepper all day here, guys.
Jay with the proper take.
Sweet berry wine.
Cheerwine's like a top tier soda.
I don't know.
That's like an S tier soda. They got it at Bojangles and Cookout. I haven't seen it in Texas, but when I lived in South Carolina, it was at all the fast food places. It was so good. Where are you sending Britt, Josh?
You get same category, Britt. Rock with player 1 plus player 2 equals player 3.
Which value would you like, Britt?
Let's hit that 500.
Okay,
I gotta gain up some ground.
500 for player 1 plus player 2 equals player 3. Which was higher?
Ooh.
Chiefs plus Bengals regular season wins or Russell Wilson passing touchdowns? That is a tough one.
Okay, let me think. I'm going to try to break it down.
Wow. Let's do the regular season wins.
Final answer?
Yep.
I am sorry. It was Russell Wilson passing touchdowns with 25. This was a close one. The Chiefs and Bengals had 22 wins combined, 12 for the Chiefs, 10 for the Bengals.
I think I would have gone Chiefs and Bengals as well.
That was a tough one. That was a really tough one. But unfortunately, you did not get that one. So, Josh, you got free reign of the board now after that question.
JL does, actually.
Oh,
so
JL
give away my free reign of the board.
Yeah, sorry, JL.
And believe me, Britt, you got points here. That's a good thing. A lot of times we go to the end of the game when someone barely has any points, but if you have some points in the Final Jeopardy, we've seen some
all that matters.
She's a Jeopardy super fan. She knows Final Jeopardy changes the game.
Oh yeah, you're a Jeopardy super fan. You get it.
Yeah.
Also, people in the chat,
slow playing.
Yeah.
The answers in the chat were on your side on that one, Britt. Sean and Jay both going with the wins or Chiefs and Bengals there. So you were not alone in thinking that was the proper answer.
Wow.
JL,
because Russell missed time too. It's like
that was my thought process.
Man.
Yeah.
That one was tricky. JL, where are you going to go on this board?
Before I tell you that, Britt overwhelmingly won the chat poll for their favorite to win. 81% of the vote.
81%.
Josh and I both 9%.
You're the fan favorite.
Let's go.
I'm disappointing the people right now.
First round.
Plenty of time. JL, where are you going?
All right, let's go with my journey tells my story for 300.
300. Please. Okay, 2005. Sorry, there's an extra 0 in there. To 2014, the San Francisco 49ers. 2015 to 2017, the Indianapolis Colts. 2018, the Dolphins. 2019, the Bills. And 2020, the Jets. Who is this player?
2020, the Jets. So they stopped. There's nothing for 2021.
There is nothing for 2021. This is their career. This is their story. This is the journey telling their story, JL.
Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills.
Oh, I remember.
I don't know. No one's coming to mind.
No one's coming to mind. Sorry, I wasn't sure whether to do multiple choice on this one or not. You want to throw a player name out there at all, JL?
No.
The answer is Frank
Yeah.
Gore. Frank Gore is the player. I thought maybe the 2005 to 2020 might be like a little bit of a clue, and then all of those different teams in there. But Frank Gore was the player whose career that was.
2005 to 2014.
I mean, he is eternal, right? Maybe
Yeah,
that
he
was
is
like
literally Frank Gore made sense for that one.
Yeah.
JL, maybe that category is a little tough, but now we know. Josh, where would you like to go? You've got free reign of the board. Oh, we did have some people in the chat get that one, though. Sean said Gore. J-Wall said Gore. Albert said Gore. Mr. Scamper said Flacco. And then Nevermind Gore. And Jay also said Gore. So a lot of people in the chat getting that. Josh, where are you going?
I want to go to Horseshoes and Hand Grenades for 300.
300. Okay. Matthew Stafford threw 41 touchdowns in the 2021 regular season. Within 3, how many interceptions did he throw?
He tied for the league, I believe, in interceptions. And I think it was right around like just under 30, maybe. I'll say 28.
28. Final answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
17?
it was 17 interceptions.
That was way too many. I was way off.
I thought it was 17 because I think this has come up in previous stream. And then you said almost 30. And I was like, oh my God, am I really off?
For some reason, I was way off. But for some reason, I was thinking that his touchdowns and interceptions were closer than they were.
Yeah.
Man, and Britt, I think you're a
right.
trendsetter. You missed that one, and then Jalen and Josh proceeded to miss their questions on there.
They're just
following your lead. But Britt, you've got free reign of the board on that one. And Josh, just for some consolation, Albert said 13. Jay said 19. Looks like
consolation, just to make you feel better.
Just to make
it
you feel
does.
better.
I mean,
Albert
was
the
off.
chat genius who gets all the trivia.
Yeah,
so
it makes me feel a lot better. Except he had a much more reasonable guess.
Yeah, he was off by 1. Britt, you can have any question on this board. Which one do you want?
Let's do 400 for Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.
400 for Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. Derrick Henry played in 8 games this past season. Within 20, how many rushing yards per game did Derrick Henry average in the 2021 regular season?
110.
110, final answer?
Yes.
It was 117.1. You were right there, Britt. Nice job. That one was a little bit tougher. I feel like we don't always look at the per game rushing yard stats, but you have that one on lock. And I honestly thought that one would be tricky because that seems high per game, like even for a rusher like Derrick Henry.
Though.
But nice job. You saw right through that one and got those $400, tying you for the lead with Josh at this point. And before we go on to JL, we had a question for you from NBA. What's your team that you are rooting for, NFL, and also March Madness team?
So I'm a Cowboys fan, which just hurts. I'm just a glutton for punishment at this point. Yeah, right.
Okay. I'm a Browns fan. I get it.
Yeah, right. But as far as March Madness, I live really close to Fayetteville, Arkansas, so home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. So we're a 4 seed going in playing Vermont tonight. So we're on upset alert, according to a lot of people. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not going to tell you who I picked in that game, but I'll probably be wrong. I'm very bad at picking games in March Madness. So Arkansas will probably come out on top in that one. We had some answers in the chat. Mr. Scampers was right there with 117, Albert with 95, and Mr. Scamper saying he was ridiculous. Nice guesses in the chat, guys. JL, you get to go next, but Britt gets to pick your category after successly answering that question. Britt, where is JL going to be going?
Let's do My Journey Tells My Story.
All right, I'll take 400.
400 and My Journey Tells My Story. 2014 to 2016, the New Orleans Saints. 2017, the New England Patriots. The 2018 through 2019, the Los Angeles Rams. And 2020 through present, the Houston Texans.
This is Brandon Cooks.
Final answer?
Yep.
You are absolutely right, Dale. That is Brandon Cooks, and that is going to add 400 to
Man, that was way easier than the 300 one.
You think so? I thought the Frank Gore was going to be easier, but
because it's a player who stopped playing recently, it made it like way more difficult for some reason. I just like all of a sudden that opened opened the bag up to be like anybody. Could have been anybody, anytime. Could be a boat.
Could be a boat. Could be anything.
be.
You never know.
Hey, NBA's got Arkansas in his final four. Arkansas, Arizona, Kansas, and Baylor from NBA right there. And the chat got this one. Cooks, and Butt saying I didn't even have time to type that one. Rick
quick.
didn't even have time to get in. You were too quick, JL. JL, where is Joshua going for his next question?
Josh wants to go to March Madness.
No, I don't.
He told me. Don't listen to him. He's lying.
I actually don't want to. Just so you know.
He does.
Well, you have
Okay,
to.
you can still change it.
Nope.
All right, I'll take the $300 one then.
300 in March Madness. 1 seeds are 135-1 all time against 16 seeds in the NCAA tournament. Which team became the one and only 16 seed to beat a 1 seed when they took down Virginia in 2018? Was it Georgia State,
that dance?
University of Maryland, Baltimore County, Cal State Fullerton, or
UMBC.
Pepperdine?
You gave me the wrong question. I'm from Maryland. I'm from Baltimore County. It's UMBC.
It is UMBC.
Golden Retrievers.
Joshua, you got that one right. Going to add 300 to your total there. Nice job, Josh.
Used to
And
play
you
at their
get-
gym all the time.
We're getting a lot of UMBC in there. Yeah, I think most people who follow it probably knew that one, but I don't know what you guys
I
do with
wouldn't have
college
known
basketball.
probably if it wasn't
I don't think I would.
a local team.
I don't think I knew that they did that.
Yeah.
And
Golden
Scott
Retrie- I
was
know,
coming in with the
such a
Golden
good-
Retrievers.
Such a good mascot. There's a giant golden retriever, like what is it? Like the fathead style, just like printed on the side of their gym. It's just like adorable.
That's awesome. Josh, you got that one right. So you get to pick Britt's next category. What's it going to be?
UMBC would be a 27-minute drive for me. Just want to let everyone know.
Oh, wow.
Britt,
The
I want
coordinates
you to go to player 1 plus player 2 equals player 3.
All right, we'll hit
Okay.
that one for 300.
300 in that category. Which is higher, Jonathan Taylor rushing attempts or CEH plus Ramondre Stevenson PPR fantasy points?
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah. I've got to go the attempts.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You are absolutely right. With 332 attempts, he was almost 100 more than the fantasy points for CEH and Ramondre Stevenson
Nice
in that
job.
category. Nice
I
job.
think I would have
Rick.
gone the other way.
I
know,
felt like
I
it was
thought that
a
one
trap. I had to.
Yeah.
It absolutely
Yeah.
was a trap, and you did not fall for it. So that's going to add 300 to your total and tying you for the lead
Close
with
game.
Josh yet again. And JL is right there behind you guys. But Britt, you've got control over JL's next category.
Let's do player 1 and player 2.
All right, I'll take 200.
200, which is higher, Tyreek Hill receptions or Mike Evans plus Rob Gronkowski receptions.
Second one, the package.
Package. And you are correct. They had 129 total receptions to Tyreek Hill's 111. So a little bit closer, but they did have them beat
Close.
out. Nice job, JL. That's going to add 200 to your total. I'm giving you the lead, but barely. And now you get to pick Josh's category. Are you going to do it again?
Hi, friend.
Oh, I kind of want to,
What's
just
up,
I don't
bud?
want to do it. I don't want to get it.
Buddy.
You know what, Josh? I'll let you pick. You want player 1 plus
Just
player
give it to
2
me.
or March
Just give it
Madness?
to me.
You pick.
Just I don't care. Just give it to me. Give it to me.
All right, March Madness.
Okay, give it to me. I want it.
Also, Scott in here, a lot of people saying Taylor, and Scott said, didn't CEH score negative 500 points last year, according to Twitter? Yeah, I think
According
it was
to
like
Twitter, yeah.
negative 510,
5,000.
if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
It was right around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And then nice job on that one,
Mark.
Mark, getting that one right. And Jay, come on. Seriously, I'm embarrassed for you.
Damn, you
getting that
didn't have
one
a
wrong.
chance to impress us. You're so late, you know?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
welcome in, Dame. Glad to have you here.
Dame, what up?
So, Josh, which March Madness
400.
question would you like? 400?
I don't want the one you decided was the toughest. It might not be. The
Okay, Josh, this one is not multiple choice. I need you to name 3 of the 4 number 1 seeds
Oh,
in this year's
no.
March Madness tournament. Did you fill out your bracket?
Yeah. So I know there's Arizona and Gonzaga. So I got 2. Who was the other third? I mean, there's 2 other. Trying not.
UMBC?
I have the chat up right now, so I'm trying not to get any hints from them. Arizona, Gonzaga, and oh man, Duke was a 2 seed. All right.
They could be a 1 seed. You don't know. Illinois.
I can't
Seton Hall.
think. Arizona, Gonzaga, and
State.
Oklahoma Panhandle State University.
DeVry.
It's not it. I'm gonna say Duke.
University of Phoenix.
It's not Duke, but I'll go with Duke.
Duke is your third answer.
Yeah.
It was Gonzaga, Baylor, Arizona, and Kansas were the 4 number 1 seeds this year. Josh, you got 2 out of 3, but unfortunately you needed to get 3 of them on this one. And the chat was on this one. Nice job. And Mr. Scamper said,
I respect that you didn't look at the chat, Josh.
Arizona Bail.
Yeah.
And ITT Tech got robbed from a 1 seed this year. Absolutely, Mr. Scampers.
I feel like they shut down.
Josh, you got that one wrong, though, which means, Britt, you've got free reign of the board. Which question would you
She wants March Madness.
I'm low-key thinking about it, but...
Oh, okay.
No.
Way too low-key, though.
Way too. Yeah, too much. Let's take the 500 and horseshoes and hand grenades.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, 500. Tom Brady led the league in pass attempts with 719. Within 50, how many pass attempts did Mac Jones attempt in the 2021 regular season? So how many pass attempts did Mac Jones have? And you need to be within 50. And I gave you some context with Tom Brady, the league leader.
Let's do 530.
530, final answer?
Yeah.
521 is the actual answer. You said, I don't need your 50. I can do it within 10. Oh, wow. Man, Britt. That was impressive. That was impressive. And you got there quick on that one. Oh, my gosh. I thought giving Tom Brady was actually going to be like an anti-hint that people might go higher, like in the 600s on that one. But you just keep seeing through all my tricks. Every trick I've put in front of you, you've got it right, Britt.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
My mind is like a laser.
We had some good guesses in the chat. Scott and Brady, both within that range, but close. Mark within the range on the other side. Nice job, guys. And Mr. Scamper said, boom.
Boom.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a mic drop moment.
And he only had like 2 passing attempts in one of those games. So, like...
yeah. Britt, you get to pick JL's category.
Let's close out March Madness.
Yeah, good job. Good job. I agree. I think you should close that one out.
All right. 500, I guess.
500. Yeah, you don't really have
Please
a
be
choice.
multiple choice.
Which school that also won a national championship in 2018 holds the record for the lowest seed to ever win the NCAA tournament? They did it as the 8th seed in 1985. Is it Villanova, Virginia, Baylor, or Gonzaga?
Come on, JL. You know this.
Virginia.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was Villanova.
That was the other one I was going to do.
They
Damn
were the
it.
2018 national champions, and as the 8th seed in 1985, they won another national championship, the lowest seed to do it. There have been a couple 12 seeds to make the finals, but they did not
The chat just
win.
exploded out of nowhere with like
God.
10 Novas. Like
Nova,
everybody knew
Nova, Nova.
I didn't know it, JL, if it makes you feel better.
Nova. Britt, did you know that one?
I did.
Britt would have gotten
Yeah,
that one.
I did.
Right there.
I actually knew most, if not all, of the March Madness, surprisingly, which was weird.
Wow.
When I go outside of football, I try to tone the questions back a scale. Otherwise, it may just be like I don't go the same level of difficulty with football as I do with other sports here. So, JL, you missed that one. The chat was on fire getting that one right. So, Josh, you get to pick whichever question you want now.
Yeah, I do, don't I? Let's go with horseshoes and hand grenades.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
I just want to be beating
200.
JL after this round, you know?
Okay. Within 100, how many rushing yards did Nick Chubb have during the 2021 regular season?
So it was somewhere between like 1,300 and 1,500. I'm pretty confident. So it might have been high 1,200. So I'll go 1,360.
1,360. Final answer, Josh?
Yes.
It was 1,259. So I am so sorry. You were one outside of the range.
Oh my God. You had 101. What an idiot.
What?
That is the first time that's ever happened on this show.
Oh, what an idiot.
That's
Oh my
terrible.
gosh, that's incredible.
That is a
That's
bad beat.
Oh my gosh, the
that
chat's
is-
loving it. Mark's loving it right there. Rick saying that is
You did.
awesome. And
101 away.
oh man, that was rough.
Would you have counted it at 100 too, like inclusive 100? Like,
Yeah,
well, look at the
inclusive
range,
100.
yeah.
The range right there. It's
13,
inclusive
okay.
100. So 1359 was the upper limit. And Josh, you said 1360. So
Yeah, I did. I know.
oh my god, I can't get over that. Scott said that's the funniest thing I've seen all
how do you feel
week.
about the Browns, Simon? What's going on there?
Deflection.
Why don't we talk about that real fast? Why don't we just talk about that real fast, huh? What's going on with Baker, huh?
Not good, Bob. I feel pretty bad about how they're handling the Baker situation. But you know what? This gave me a little bit of a smile on this Thursday, Josh. I thank you a lot. So, Josh, you get nothing for that one, even though you were so close to being within the range.
But actually, real fast, the Browns just came out today and they're like backtracking a little bit. They're like, Baker's still our starter for next year, actually. Now that right when Deshaun Watson was like, I'm not going to the Browns, guys. Now they're backtracking. It seems like the Browns
I was
are kind of
telling people there was a very real chance that Baker's not moving on. He probably caught wind of what was going on with the Deshaun news, and he's a highly emotional person, puts it all out there for people to see. Like we've seen that many times. That could have just been stream of consciousness, what he was going through.
Sorry, the break. I think Allen Robinson to the Rams. Brady confirmed. Wow.
Also,
Allen Robinson to the Rams
Whoa.
confirmed.
while trying to verify that
Whoa.
piece of news, I saw Baker Mayfield requested a trade.
But like seriously, so the Browns like come out and say like they kind of like knock Baker Mayfield. They're like, we want our start. They said something to the effect like they want their starting quarterback to be an adult, right, or something. That they're really crapping on Baker Mayfield out of nowhere here, and like it almost seems very like I don't know how to put it, like non-adult for them to say that, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you think about the situation that he was put in, when he was drafted as first overall. Like they had gone winless the year before. They had, who was it? Freddie Kitchens, who didn't want to start Baker. Was still
Kitchens, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's right. And so he's just kind of been in a crappy situation the entire time he's been in Cleveland. And then for them to treat him like this and just openly say this, it's like unprofessional at the very least, in my opinion. But
Britt,
Yeah.
I agree with you so 100%. And then take it even a step further. Last season, he gave them the best season they've had in 20 years with a win over a division rival to make the playoffs, and then another win over that same division rival in the playoffs and back-to-back games.
Hurt shoulder playing through it all last season, gets surgery right after the season ends. Like, I don't know. It's just like it sets rookie records. It just seems like they're going a little dirty.
It feels very Browns of them. It feels very Browns of them.
I love it. If it's Browns, flush it down.
If it's Browns, flush it down. I have confirmed the Allen Robinson news.
That's exciting.
Double confirmed. I think
Kind of
3-year
exciting.
deal.
So, Britt, what do you think about that, Britt? Allen Robinson on the Rams. What do you think that does for his fantasy value next season?
man, I think that's wild. If Robert Woods comes back healthy, and then obviously you've got Cooper Kupp, I don't think his fantasy value was really that high going into the season just because of the down year, but I thought maybe he could have a resurgence. Now I'm like, oh, you're a third option on that team. I don't really know how I feel about that.
Josh, what about you? Instant reactions. Do you feel similarly?
I could see an Odell Beckham kind of season out of him. I know they're not the same exact player or anything, but what we kind of saw out of Odell, I think we could kind of see out of Allen Robinson upcoming here. But like you said, Britt, I kind of agree. I would have preferred for his fantasy value if he went to a team where he was, at least the number 2 option, right? Or like 1B in a situation where he's going to get more targets. This does help the Rams, though.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like that all of those wide receivers are going to be really tough going into next season now. Like Robert Woods, what do we do with Robert Woods? What do we do with Van Jefferson? It's going to be a bit complicated outside of Cooper Kupp. This is the quote, by the way, from Schefter. Baker Mayfield just told ESPN, "It's in the mutual interest of both sides for us to move on. The relationship is too fine to mend.
Yeah,
it's in the best interest of both sides to move on." Bit repetitive, Baker, but you get the point.
I think I'm probably with him at this point.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
I'm sorry, Simon. I'm sorry, Simon.
This franchise.
In case you don't know, Simon's a Browns fan.
Figuring it out.
Browns
Oh, yeah.
They're just a dumpster fire, just an absolute dumpster fire. Man, that is really disappointing. But I guess I've gone through years of torture as a Browns fan. What's another 10? On a different note, Brady wanted to know if we are doing pub trivia tonight. We are not doing pub trivia tonight, Brady. We will be back next Thursday with some pub trivia. So stay practicing. Get on that Sporkle Party app, play against some randoms, and get your trivia skills up. And then you'll be able to compete again next Thursday. And then Brady suggesting that JL would be great at an all-time March Madness category.
I would not.
You love all-time stats and you love college
love
basketball, so that
trivia,
would probably be your best one. And Brady, yet again, just piling on JL. JL blew that one. A 25% chance at a 500-point question. He said, I don't care that you're a fellow Tiger, a fellow Clemson guy. He's just piling it on.
Wait a second. I forgot where we were. I think I'm choosing where to go. Oh, no, I just got my question wrong. I'm wrong because I got upset about mine. I think Britt's up.
Yep,
we have done
a multiple of 3.
The Nick Chubb question wrong, and then I turned it into Baker Mayfield hurting Simon.
Sorry, I know I keep derailing, but Cleveland has responded, and apparently we have Browns have told Baker Mayfield's camp they are not accommodating his request per source.
Oh, cool! Oh, great. So not only are they, so we're gonna start.
They're in like the post breakup, the public fighting phase. Like they're on like a Facebook.
No, this isn't how it's supposed to go.
I hate the Facebook fighting.
The Browns are supposed to win the offseason and then stink in the season. Know what I mean? The offseason is the time where Browns fans get excited.
Browns fans get excited, yeah.
Oh, man, I don't even get that this year. That's just so a punch in the stomach.
Britt, well, you did get it. You signed Amari Cooper, and then
you're right. I had 4 days of happiness. Britt, it is your turn to pick a question. You've got free reign of the board. Which question would you like?
Let's do My Journey Tells My Story for 500.
500. Okay, here we go.
We'll
2013 to 2014, the Houston Texans. 2015, the St. Louis Rams. 2016, the Los Angeles Rams. 2017, the Minnesota Vikings. 2018, the Denver Broncos. 2019, Washington. And then 2020 to present, the Cleveland Browns. Which player is this?
Oof.
I don't know the answer to this.
Yeah.
This is the 500. It might be tougher.
And I'm like trying to make my brain eliminate defensive players because I know it's obviously not a defensive player, but
yeah, not a defensive player.
Yeah. Oh my God. I have no idea.
Do you have a guess? Do you want to throw a player name out there?
Harrison Bryant.
Harrison Bryant. The answer is Case Keenum.
God.
Case Keenum has traveled the league as a backup quarterback, currently doing so in Cleveland. That definitely was a tougher one.
How are you going to put a backup QB on there?
It's $500 question.
I knew what it was simply because we talked about Case Keenum months and months ago. Like we were wondering where he was. I was like, Case Keenum feel like he played with every team and he was on the Browns, right? So.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you got that one wrong. You're still in the lead, though. You've got a $400 lead over JL, and it is JL's turn. Oh, yeah.
Mark got that one right.
Nice job, Mark.
Yeah.
And then Scott saying he agrees, and Keenum right there. J-Wall also with Keenum. Nice job, guys. That one was definitely tough. JL, where would you like to go in this category? Or not in this category, on this board?
Let's see. I'll take grab bag for 400.
Grab bag for 400. Which state produces the most peanuts? Georgia, Alabama, Texas, or Virginia?
Freaking no.
Come on, JL.
I feel like I have like what is like the geographical like trait of peanuts? I don't know. Where's
Let's
peanut?
Be honest. These states are in similar areas. Maybe not Virginia though.
I'm gonna go with Virginia.
Final answer?
With Virginia, though.
Yeah.
It is Georgia, and
the other one
not close. Georgia produces the most peanuts in the nation by far.
But they were
remember, Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer before he became president and shut down his peanut farm so that he wouldn't have any conflicting interests. Georgia's known as the peach state, but it actually doesn't produce the most peaches in the country. It probably should be
Freaking
the
liars.
peanut state. And Come Here Now Beach 89 got that one right. Nice job.
Only one
And
to get
Jay,
right.
yeah, if
Virginia
it's
is for
not
peanuts.
Virginia, then why is their state slogan Virginia is for peanuts?
It
Peanuts
doesn't make
lover.
any sense, you know.
Jail, most of the chat getting that one wrong, though. Virginia's, Alabama's, and only one Georgia for Come Here Now. But Josh, you now have your pick of the board. Where would you like to
I
go?
don't even know. Like, I just like can't let Britt get that grab bag $500 question, or it's gonna be like really tough to like come back at all. So I guess I'll take that one.
Playing some defense with the potential for offense. Okay, here's your question. Where did Baker Mayfield begin his college football career? Oklahoma, Houston, Oklahoma State, or Texas Tech?
Oh man, I used to know this. I think it's either Houston or Texas Tech. I think I remember him wearing black. I'm gonna go with Texas Tech.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It is Texas Tech before he transferred
Nice.
over to Oklahoma, Josh. That is going to add 500 to your score, tying you with Britt right there. So, Josh, you now get to pick Britt's next category and her last category. This is the last round we will do before Final Jeopardy.
Britt, you can go to My Journey Tells My Story.
All right,
Okay,
let's
and
do
there's only one value left there, so it's going to be the $200 question. 2015 St. Louis Rams, 2016 through 2019 the Los Angeles Rams, and then in 2020 the Atlanta Falcons. Who is this?
Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at this category. I hate this category.
This is a tricky category.
Yeah, it's Todd Gurley.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It is Todd Gurley, drafted by
Nice
the Rams,
goal.
was there until 2019, and then went over to the Falcons in 2020. Todd Gurley is the
Good
correct
job.
answer. That's going to add 200
Ha.
to your total. And you get to pick JL's last category. Is it going to be player 1 plus player 2 equals player 3, or is it going to be grab bag?
Let's do player 1.
Okay, JL, you get the $100 question here.
Yay.
Which is higher, Devontae Adams PPR fantasy points or Randall Cobb plus Amari Rogers PPR fantasy points?
Devontae Adams, PPR fantasy points.
That is correct. Amari Rogers only had 9.6 and Randall Cobb had 93.6. It was not even close. And add 100 to your total. And Josh, JL gets to pick your
200.
category, but there's only one left. So
200.
200?
Yeah.
200 for Josh. In Disney's Pinocchio, what is the name of Geppetto's cat? Is it Romeo, Leo, or Figaro?
I have no idea. I know Leo means cat. I don't know if that's a trick. Like if they actually named it Leo. I'll go with Leo.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I am sorry. It was Figaro was the name of Geppetto's
Also
cat.
means cat.
Does it also
Does
mean
it?
cat?
No, I don't know.
Okay. I was like, okay.
I have no idea.
All of those words
Don't speak
actually
Spanish.
mean cat.
Man,
I
so
don't-
Britt's going into the final round as the leader here.
As the leader in this one, in the chat got
Yeah.
this one all right. Figaro. And Scott saying, do we think OBJ moves on now?
Yeah,
I would have
really
to think so
definitely
if
so.
they added Robinson. You guys think so?
Schefter tweeted right after that they do have money left over, and that they do intend to sign OBJ still. I don't know if that happens if
Just such a
OBJ wants
crowded
to do that.
receiving room. You
I
know?
don't know. I feel like that's gonna
God.
be that's like
Didn't they sign a second round pick? Van Jefferson was a second round pick 2 years ago, but I think they have a second round pick from last year as well.
Tutu
at wide
Atwell.
receiver. Tutu, yeah,
Mhm.
Tutu Atwell.
That
And
receiver
then
room is crazy.
Yeah.
Even without re-signing OBJ. If they re-sign him, Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham, Van Jefferson, like that's
another thing you
nuts.
have to mention is Odell Beckham probably is not going to be ready for the start of the season. So I don't
Scott
know
said,
if he can achieve
or
a
will he
contract
just
because of
rehab
that.
in mid-season, figure out who is in Super Bowl
Maybe,
contention
yeah.
and sign there?
Yeah,
The
maybe.
shade towards OBJ on
Yeah.
that one.
I mean, can we see the last one?
Yeah, you guys want to see the last question?
Yeah.
What is the capital of Djibouti? Is it Obak, Dora, or Djibouti City? This is a $100 question.
Dora.
I'm going to go with Djibouti
Djibouti
City.
City.
It is Djibouti City. Djibouti's the capital of Djibouti. That is the correct.
I enjoyed hearing you guys.
What is this?
You both try and pronounce it.
Can we give me context there?
Djibouti is a country in Africa on the eastern coast, bordering Somalia.
Where?
And the capital of Djibouti is also Djibouti.
Cool.
And Jason, why the heck is that the $100 question?
Because I was going to say it's a $100 question.
Because Djibouti City, $100. You could probably reason that that would be really mean of me.
Seems like a trick.
On a $100 question, I'm not going to get too tricky.
What? Yeah.
Tricky is what I meant to say. Scott said Browns should just start Keenum. I mean, honestly,
got a lot of experience.
Spending a ton of capital. It might be nice to just start Case Keenum. He was fine. And this
Against
is a run
all
first
those
offense
quarterbacks
anyways.
in the AFC North.
So, oh my God. Yeah, that's depressing. If Keenum's the starter, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow.
And powerhouse Mitch Trubisky.
And powerhouse Milky Trubilky on the Steelers. Guys, going into Final Jeopardy, Britt is in the lead with $1,600. JL, you have $1,100 in third place, and Josh, you are sitting in second place with $1,400. This is close. This is anybody's game. Britt, do you happen to have pen and paper? I did not ask you to bring any. If not,
I think so. Yeah.
Really, we just need something to like show on the screen what our wager and what our answer will be for the last question.
Perfect. I'll take this little notepad with my husband's chicken scratch on it.
Perfect.
Love it.
Perfect. Okay, so guys, the category for your last question is going to be team stats. So it is team stats from this past season. So go ahead and write down your wager from 0 up to the max amount. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to come up with those wagers, and then you guys will show them, and we will have that final question.
Can you put the amounts that we have up?
Yep. Britt, 1,600, JL, 1,100, Josh, 1,400.
I don't know what to do. Team stats.
Team stats.
Which team?
There's going to be a couple.
Okay.
One might even say 3 that you're going to have to pick between, as is standard usually here. You guys ready? You got your wagers written down? Let's go ahead and see those wagers. Britt, what was your wager?
I have 199.
199.
We're going all in.
So that'll put her at
Dale and I are going all in.
Oh, you guys are both going all in. So 2,200 or 0 for JL, 2,800 or 0 for Josh, and Britt, you're at 1,799 or 1,401. Did I do that math right?
That's a smart way of doing it. I always just panic math.
Okay. So guys, your final question is, which team had the most rushing yards, or which of these teams had the most rushing yards in the 2021 regular season? Was it the Carolina Panthers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or the Arizona Cardinals? Which of these 3 teams had the most rushing yards? And this isn't the most rushing yards in the NFL last season, just between these 3, just to clarify for you guys there. So go ahead and get your answers down, and then I will reveal the final answer. And I was going to double check my math right there to make sure I did it right. Yep, 1,401. Okay, let me know when you guys have your answers. Oh, and Rick in here saying, is Baker Mayfield still living in First Energy Stadium, or the Browns throw all his clothes out on the lawn? Yeah, I was talking about this yesterday. I really think Progressive should just pivot, keep doing the commercials, and just have it be the Browns trying to evict him or something. Like,
that would be
he's
very
just
funny.
Like hiding and living in there. That would be so funny. And then Scott in here saying, I was okay with trading Kirk Cousins, even though I think he's better than most of Twitter does. But watching these QB issues and situations, I'm so happy we extended him. Yeah, I'm a little jealous right now. I wish we could have done that with our quarterback right there. And Jay Green, Kirk is underrated. Everyone says he sucks. He's not elite, but he's far from bad. Yeah, he's a totally fine quarterback. He can lead a team.
The biggest problem with Kirk Cousins when it comes down to it is just winning that big game. He just has shown a tendency to kind of choke a little bit in those games, but otherwise he's putting up stats.
If you want to finish like pretty middle in the season, if you want your team to finish there at the end of the season, Kirk Cousins is your guy.
Yeah, you're going to get to the playoffs. Are you going to win a playoff game? Nah. Are you going to win the big games? Nah, but you'll get there.
Or you'll get close. One of the two.
You'll get really disappointing moments with him, but at least he's good enough to get you to a moment where you can be incredibly disappointed.
Exactly.
A lot of quarterbacks aren't even good enough to get you there. Okay, guys, you guys want to go ahead and reveal your answers?
Cardinals.
Arizona.
Damn it, Josh.
Cardinals. All three people said Cardinals.
So
so
really, Britt's
either,
just hoping we're all wrong.
either Josh wins if you guys are right, or Britt wins if you guys are wrong.
Or JL wins. No,
in no situation does JL win here.
Damn it.
Guys, the correct answer on this one, or you know what? I'll tell you the yardage for these teams.
Okay.
How about that? So the Carolina Panthers. Oops, I went past it on accident. The Carolina Panthers had 1,842 rushing yards. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 1,672 rushing yards, less than the Panthers.
That's surprising.
The Arizona Cardinals had 2,076 rushing yards. The Cardinals is the correct answer. Well, Josh, you are our champion today. Nice job on that one, Josh.
Britt was winning like that entire. Oh, not at the beginning, but she took a lead and she didn't let go of it until the very end.
Oh, yeah. Once Britt
then I played conservatively.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That works sometimes on this show. Sometimes those last.
You know what? I played to not lose
instead of playing to win. But Britt, you absolutely killed it. You had a couple just like what moments getting those horseshoes and hand grenades questions right away within like 10. But thank you so much for coming on and playing with us today. This was a treat. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Guys, and if you do not already follow Britt over on Twitter, go and do that right now. You can find her at Britt_Flynn. And guys, just do it. If today's show wasn't enough to convince you, one more call for you guys to do it should be enough. But guys, make sure you're following her. And thank you, everybody. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, JL.
Say, if you have a horseshoes and hand grenades trivia question that you need answered, Britt's your person.
If you know, you got your phone a friend.
What? If you need to know, like, within, like, 10 yards, whatever. Like,
whatever it is,
Sean said, would have been funny if the Cards had 1 yard less than the Panthers. Yeah, giving the win to Britt with a 1 yard off on that one.
Have you said Josh move?
Pang Spigs in, you're saying it's rigged, saying that we rigged it for Josh to win at the end. You'll never know.
Never do that for Josh.
Guys, that is going to be it for us this afternoon. Thank you, everybody who tuned in and played along with us. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for some more fantasy football game show fun. So make sure to tune in then. Until tomorrow, adios, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Make fantasy fun. Peace.